Out at the range today with the Glock 19X M.O.S. Is that not sexy?
That's nice.
That's sexy right there. Anyway,
Just
getting it loaded up with some high quality 124 grain gecko. Got some New Republic. I mean, I've heard some bad things about that, but we've had nothing but good luck out of it. About lost my balance. And we have some Federal Blazer brass. We might not even get all that through it, I don't know, but this is missing one of the magazines. It did come with, I believe these are 20 round mags, or 17 plus 3, I believe. So 20 plus 1 came with 2 of those bad boys. As you can see, we've already been shooting it a little bit. And I did not have the other flush magazine, which is just a standard 17 round magazine. Not going to do a tabletop. Gonna put this in my tack pocket here, you know. Not gonna do a tabletop because, again, 19X, we've already done a tabletop on a bunch of Glocks, the 45, 19X, blah, blah, blah. The only Glock that I ever really liked was the 19X. Everybody said, well, the 45 that was optic ready, basically the same thing. I don't know what's different about it, if anything, but I did not perform well with the 45, just wasn't a fan. But I always liked my original 19X. And when I saw this, knew I just had to have it. Even sold my original 19X because now I have the one that's optic ready. I did put the Coyote Brown 3.25 MOA Trigicon up here. Kind of blends right well with it. And we did get it zeroed yesterday, so I won't put you guys through the misery of that. The only thing that's different about it over the original 19X is, of course, as you can see, it is optic ready. It did come with the RMR mounting plate, so people asked that. I even asked the guy in the store. He said it did not come with plates because they don't anymore, but it did have an RMR optic mounting plate in the box. So if you want to mount something else, Leopold, something like that, then you'll have to get yourself a different plate because it only came with the RMR. These are not night sights. For some reason or another, I was thinking they were, but they're not. They're just standard serrated, blacked out sights, but they are suppressor height. I do have the can, so we might do that. I don't know. But as you can see, it is a nice lower 1/3 co-witness, so you can see the irons through it. And threaded barrel. It does not have the front serrations. And I'm going to move up to our little mark here. As you can see, we had the rangefinder, so you know we're being accurate. So that mark right there was 8 yards. I'm gonna shoot right here at about 9 yards or so, and just see how she shoots, because I'm sure that's all y'all care about seeing. Did you get that target? It's pretty impressive, man.
Yeah, you did pretty good.
Can't ever go wrong. Can't ever go wrong with the Trigicon, that's for sure. One thing I like about shooting a full-size gun, because we were just shooting that SIG 365 Rose on my wife, and yeah, it's on. Here's your magazine, by the way. It's on target, but you can't get groupings like that shooting that fast. I don't know if you noticed, while I was shooting, I didn't let the trigger go back far enough for the reset. I try to hunt that reset. Say what you will about Glock, the triggers are not great, but the reset is very audible and very tactile, so you can find and use the reset, but I didn't let it come back out far enough, so there was no malfunction except for shooter error. One thing I wish they would have done, just like everyone that has guns with threaded barrels, I wish they would have put an O-ring on here, but because it does try to walk off, and if you're at an indoor range, you're subject to just never getting it back. So I wish they would have done that, but no harm, no foul, I don't guess. Run down to Harbor Freight like I did, buy you a whole assortment of O-rings, heat resistant, the green ones like H&K uses, slap it on there, and it won't walk off on you. But again, I won't bore you with all the details. Literally nothing different from the original 19X. Does not have the front slide serrations, and it is optic ready, suppressor height, serrated, all blacked out sights, and a threaded barrel. So gonna get it loaded back up and maybe let the wife shoot it a little bit and see how she shoots suppressed. A lot of times guns won't shoot well suppressed without changing a spring, but it doesn't say anything in the owner's manual about that, so we'll see how she does with being suppressed. So we got the suppressor on there. If you notice, I got my goggles on now because everybody gives us so much grief. Eye protection, please. Put your eye protection. It's my body, my choice. I'm on private land, and if you were in a real life situation, you would not have eye protection. So people say train as you will shoot or as you will carry. Well, I don't walk around with goggles on, but I will say when I'm shooting suppressed, you do get a lot of kind of a backdraft of whatever the heck comes out of that thing. So I did put my goggles on, did get the suppressor on here, and just gonna, again, a lot of times when you shoot suppressed, you get this, sometimes you get these failure to feeds and things, and you find out you need another spring. So we're just going to see if that's the case with the 19X as well. What do you think about the target? Pretty good? 3-inch target?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Anyway, as you can see, the recoil spring that came with it didn't have any problems. It didn't feel like the slide was going back slower or anything like that. So I would say you don't need another spring to shoot suppressed. It seemed to shoot just fine suppressed without any issues. Accurate as you would expect with a suppressor. So that is your Glock 19X M.O.S Davidson Exclusive. Flawless at the range today. Can't believe I'm this excited about a Glock because I'm not really a Glock fan, but I really like the 19X, and even more so this. Again, make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and be blessed, guys.